Hello, and welcome to part two of Normal Newborn Growth and Development, a part of the infant feeding video series through Health Access Thorncliffe Park. What you're currently seeing is the WHO growth charts for Canada for boys. This is a measurement to help to track the growth and development of boys from birth to 24 months. There's a similar one available for girls between ages birth and 24 months. Your primary care provider will help to use these graphs to help you to identify if your child is growing well at the regular infant appointments. As you can see a little bit closer up, there are weight for age as well as length for age charts for both boys and girls, as well as head circumference for age and weight for length charts for both boys and girls. These charts can help to see and assess if your child is growing well, and the goal is to stay very close to the same line as they're growing, to make sure that they're eating well and growing and developing well. Another way to track how they're growing and developing is to track how they're eating or drinking throughout the day and night. By the time a child is about 6 months old, they should be ready for some solid foods. Some indicators that they may be ready are they are able to sit up with minimal support. They're able to open their mouth when they see food approaching. They reach or grab for food when they see other people, like their parents or older siblings, eating or drinking something, and they close their mouth and or turn their face away from food when they're not interested in eating or drinking anymore. This table here helps you to see the difference between what a child might eat between 6 months, 6 to 9 months, and 9 to 12 months. Let's take a closer look at the 6 to 9 month sample meal plan. What you'll notice is that breast milk or breastfeeding does continue as you start introducing new foods to the child or infant. And what you'll also notice is that we want to alternate between breastfeeding and using iron-rich foods such as iron-fortified infant cereals or things like ground meat, chicken, beef, fish, eggs, or tofu that help to make sure that your child is getting a good source of iron. A important thing to do is to pair iron-rich foods with foods that children naturally tend to like. Things like cereal or yogurt or fruit tend to be more preferred than the iron-rich foods. So it's a great idea to try and pair at least one iron-rich food with one that is more preferred by the infant, to make sure that they're getting a balance of what they want to eat as well as what they need to eat to help to make sure their body grows and develops well. Another thing to point out is that we want to make sure that they are eating and drinking regularly through the day because their stomachs are still small, so they do need small, frequent meals throughout the day. By the time an infant gets a little bit older, between the 9 and 12 month old mark, you want to continue to offer the solid foods and want to use the breast milk more as a dessert to help to finish the feeding process rather than alternating between some breastfeeding during the day and some solid foods. The solid foods should be more the majority of the energy and intake throughout the day, and the breast milk, like I said, is just to kind of top up and make sure that they're full and satisfied. Breastfeeding is also great to do right before nap times to help them to get into the habit and the routine of sleeping. And again, small frequent meals throughout the day is a way to help to make sure that they're getting their body needs. We want to increase the texture of the foods from fully pureed or fully mashed at the 6-month mark to much closer to regular textured food by the 12-month mark. For more questions on infant feeding, please feel free to contact us using the contact information on this slide. Catherine Pestle, lactation consultant, or Zoe Burnett, registered dietitian.